After a rollicking start in this IPL, the Royal Challengers Bengaluru juggernaut has finally come to a halt. It's the first loss that they've encountered in IPL 2025 after winning their first two games. What is really different this time around? And that is the fact that they were playing at home. Remember, their first two games that they won were away from home, and now the first game that they've played at home, they have lost. But that shouldn't come as a major surprise, because at home, RCB's record has been 50-50 kind. Do they have the team to continue winning at home? That's a question to which we'll get an answer as the tournament progresses. But 169 is what they managed while batting first. That was never going to be enough, because as you know, the ground in Bengaluru, the Chinnaswamy Stadium, is known for high-scoring encounter. And once they got 169, you knew that it was only going to be one-way traffic. Eventually, Gujarat winning this encounter by a margin of 8 wickets. And I don't know, what's this trend this IPL? Victory margins of 8 wickets or 7 wickets. We've had about 14 games so far, and almost half of them have either been won by 8 wickets or 7 wickets, one-sided encounters. And probably that's the reason that the IPL hasn't gathered full steam so far in this tournament. But going back to RCB's 169, it could have been much less than that had the Gujarat fielders held on to their catches and stumpings. There was few runs scored at the end by Tim David. Livingston got some runs. Phil Salt could have been out very early had Gujarat held on to their catches. The standout performer in this encounter, and it makes for very interesting reading, is Mohammed Siraj. He picks up 3 wickets at an economy of less than 5 on this ground, which leaks a lot of runs. And why does it make for interesting reading? Because remember, Siraj was earlier part of Royal Challengers Bengaluru. They decided not to retain him. They were asked, why did you not retain him? And they said, no, he was not part of our plans. Well, he may not have been part of RCB's plans, but Siraj came with a lot of plans on the day. Clearly fired up to show his previous team, who did not retain him, that they made a big mistake. And that's exactly what he showed today, picking up those 3 wickets. What was heartening to note is that he was on fire, bowling full steam. There was a delivery that was clocked at 147. Earlier we had seen against Mumbai Indians, he used the scramble seam very well. This time got the regular seam going as well. Came up with plans, bowling all out with full tilt. I think those were encouraging signs, not just for Gujarat Titans that repose faith in Mohammed Siraj, but also if you look at from Indian cricket's perspective. Siraj, and out of form Siraj, I think would have been a major loss for Indian cricket. Him getting back to form is a massive advantage. 169 was chased down easily in 18 overs by Gujarat, losing only 2 wickets. Who was the standout performer? Jos Buttler with 70 plus. I spoke about RCB regretting not retaining Siraj. There'll be a franchise in the west of India that also wears a blue jersey very close to where Gujarat is. They must also be regretting not retaining Jos Buttler. I'm talking about Rajasthan Royals. They did not retain Jos Buttler, and Jos Buttler is proving once again that he is by far in the last few years one of the biggest match winners, and that's exactly what he did on the night as well. RCB's bowling coming under scrutiny, and I'd said this even before this game started, that the real test of RCB bowling is going to come at the Chinnaswamy. Before this, the 2 games that they had won, the RCB bowlers were exceptional, but Josh Hazlewood, their best bowler so far, went for a lot of runs at an economy of upwards of 11. And I think that is going to be his test going forward. He used the short ball very well earlier, and batters were finding it tough. But when you come up against some good batters, and especially batters who now know what your plan is, can you come up with a plan B to surprise them? That wasn't the case. And with Hazlewood going for a lot of runs, their primary bowler, they had no chance in winning this encounter. What happens for RCB going forward, we'll have to wait and watch. But remember how just one particular result has changed the points table. Before this, RCB was right on top, and Gujarat had 1 win, 1 loss. Now they are tied on points. Just one match which Gujarat has won. Now they are 3 and 4 on the table respectively. So one result has really changed the table. For Gujarat to go up, you can see that there is a possibility. The top order is firing. The bowlers also are stepping up. Alongside Siraj, I did not mention Sai Sudarshan, who's been outstanding for them in the tournament so far. Remember, Gujarat also have a Washington Sundar. They've kept him at the bench. They're playing Sai Kishore because that's how good Sai Kishore has been. So there are a lot of positives for Gujarat to go forward. Remember, this tournament, as I'm saying, Gujarat started with a loss. RCB started with 2 wins. Now they are tied on points. Just one spot separating them. 3 and 4 they are on the table. The coming days are going to be interesting for RCB. Can their batting really step up now, because their bowling might come under pressure? They don't have too many spinners in their rank at the moment, only playing with a Krunal and then a part-timer in Livingston. So we'll have to see how that goes. So that is an area of concern, but the real question for RCB will be, which is the real RCB batting lineup? The one that we saw in the first 2 games, or the one that we saw tonight? Because that will decide whether they make it to the top 4 or not. Give us a like if you are enjoying our content. This was the match report on the GT versus RCB game. And as always, share our video with your other friends who enjoy IPL related content, and subscribe to Sports Today. Nikhil Naz signing off.